The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Chapter 1. The Treasure House Within You. You have infinite riches within your reach. To gain them, all you have to do is open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. There is a storehouse within you from which you can extract everything you need to live life gloriously, joyously, and abundantly. Many people are closed off to their own potential because they do not know about this storehouse of infinite intelligence and boundless love within themselves. Whatever you want, you can draw it forth. A magnetized piece of iron will lift about 12 times its own weight, but if you demagnetize this same piece of iron, it will not lift even a feather. The same way, there are two types of people. Those who are magnetized are full of confidence and faith. They know they are born to succeed and to win. Others, so many others, are demagnetized. They are full of fears and doubt. When an opportunity comes, they say, what if I fail? I might lose my money. People will laugh at me. People of this sort will not get very far in life. Therefore, to go forward makes them simply say where they are. You can become a magnetized person when you discover and master secret of the ages. The master secret of the ages. Suppose someone asked you to name the master secret of the ages. What would you answer? Atomic energy? Interplanetary travel? Black holes? No, it is not any of this. Then what is this master secret? Where can one find it? How can it be understood and put into an action? The answer is extraordinarily simple. This secret is the marvelous miracle working power found in your own subconscious mind. This is the last place most people would look for it, which is the reason so few ever find it. The marvelous power of subconscious mind. Once you learn to contact and release the hidden power of your subconscious mind, you can bring into your life more power, more wealth, more health, more happiness, and more joy. You do not need to acquire this power, you already possess it, but you will have to learn how to use it. You must understand it so that you can apply it in all departments of your life. If you follow the simple techniques of process explained in this book, you can gain the necessary knowledge and understanding. You can be inspired by a new light and new generate a new force that enables you to realize your hopes and make your all dreams come true. Decide now to make your life grander, greater, richer, and nobler than ever before. Within your subconscious depths lie infinite wisdom, infinite power, and infinite supply of all that is necessary. It is waiting there for you to give it development and expression. If you begin now to recognize these potentialities of your deeper mind, they will take form in the world without. Provided you are open minded and receptive. The infinite intelligence within your subconscious mind can reveal you to everything you know at every moment of time and point of space. You can receive new thoughts and ideas, bring forth new inventions, make new discoveries, create new works of art. The fine intelligence in your subconscious can give you access to wonderful new kinds of knowledge. Let it reveal itself to you and it will open the way to perfect expression and true place in your life. Through the wisdom of your subconscious mind, you can attract the ideal companion as well as the right business associate or partner. It can show you how to get all the money you need and give you the financial freedom to be, to do, and to go as your heart desires. It is your right to discover this inner world of thought, feeling, and power of light, love, and beauty. Though invisible, its forces are mighty. Within your subconscious mind, you will find a solution for every problem and the cause of every effect. Once you learn to draw out these hidden powers, you come into actual possession of the power and wisdom necessary to move forward in abundance, security, joy, and dominance. I have seen the power of subconscious lift up people out of the crippled state, making them whole, vital, and strong once more. Their mind made them free to go out into the world to experience help, happiness, health, and joyous expression. There is a miraculous creative force in your subconscious that can heal the troubled mind and the broken heart. It can open the prison door of the mind and liberate you. It can free you from all kinds of material and bondage. Necessities necessities of a working basis. If you want to make progress in any field of endeavors, there is an essential first step. You must discover a working basis that is universal in its application. Before you can become skilled in the operation of your subconscious mind, you must understand its principle. Once that is achieved, you can practice its powerful, knowing the result you will certainly obtain. You can apply this power for the definite, specific purposes and goals you want to accomplish. For many years, I followed the profession of chemist. What I learned early training was that if you combine two atoms of hydrogen and one of oxygen, the product will be water. Not occasionally or most of the time, always. If you take one atom of oxygen and one atom of carbon and combine them, you will produce carbon dioxide, a poisonous gas. But if you add another atom of oxygen, you will get carbon dioxide, a gas that is the harmless to animal and vital to plants. These facts are universal and unchangeable. They are what we call principle. The principle of physics and mathematics are no different in their working from the principle of your subconscious mind. If you want to make use of chemical or physical forces, you must learn the principle of these fields. If you want to make use of the force of your subconscious mind, you must learn its principle, that the generally accepted principle. Water seeks its own level. This is a universal principle. It applies to water everywhere, at any time, and to all liquids that behave like water. The ancient Egyptians knew this principle. They used it to make the foundation of the Great Pyramid perfectly level. Today, engineers use it when planning everything from an irrigation system to hydroelectric power station. Or take the principle matter expand when heated. This is true anywhere, at any time, and under all circumstances. If you heat a piece of steel, it will expand. Whether the steel is found in China, England, India, or in an orbiting space station. Matter expands when heated. This is universal truth. It is also a universal truth that whatever you impress on your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space as condition, experience, and event. Your prayer is answered. Your subconscious mind is principle, and by principle, I mean the way a thing works. For example, an important principle of electricity is that it works from a higher to a lower potential. You do not change the principle of electricity when you turn a lamp or cook or an electric stove. No, use the principle by which you can bring forth inventions and discoveries that bless humanity in countless ways. Your subconscious mind is principle. It works according to the law of belief. You must know what belief is, why it's work and how it's work. Your Bible says in a simple, clear and beautiful way. Whatsoever whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he sustained, which he said, shall come to pass. He shall have whatsoever he saith. Mark 11 to 23. The law of your mind is the law of belief. This means to believe in the works, to believe in belief itself. The belief of your mind is the thought of your mind. Just that and nothing else. All your experiences, events, conditions, and acts are produced by your subconscious mind in reaction to your thoughts. Remember, it is not the things believed in the belief in your own mind that brings about the result. Stop accepting the false belief, opinion, superstition, fears, the plague over humankind. Begin to believe in the eternal varieties and truths of life that never change. At the point you will move onward, upward, and goodward. All those who read this book and faithfully apply the principle of the subconscious mind that are thus set forth there will gain the ability to pray scientifically and effectively for themselves, for others. Your prayer is answered according to the universal law of action and reaction. Thought is incipient action. The reaction is the response from your subconscious mind to the nature of your thought. And with the concept of harmony, health, peace, and goodwill, and wonders will happen in your life. The duality of mind. You have only one mind, but that one mind possesses two distinct and characteristic functional part. The frontier, the separate the two is well known to students of the mind. The two functions of your mind are essentially different from each other. Each has its own separate and distinct attribute and powers. Many names have been used to distinguish the two function of the mind. This include the objective and the conscious and subconscious mind, the waking and sleeping mind, the surface and the deep self, the voluntary and the involuntary mind, the male and female mind, and many others. All of this, whatever their implication, are recognition of this essential duality. Throughout this book, I use the term conscious and subconscious to represent the dual nature of your mind. If another set of terms comes more easily to you, by all means use it. The important starting point is to recognize double nature of the mind. The conscious and the subconscious mind. A wonderful way to begin getting to know the two functions of your mind is to think of it as a garden. You are the gardener. You are planting seeds of thought in your subconscious mind all day long. Planting seeds of thoughts in your subconscious mind all day long, much of the time you are not even aware of doing so, because the seeds are based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment. Imagine your subconscious mind as a bed of rich soil that will help all kinds of seed to support, sprout and flourish, whether good or bad. If you sow thorns, will you gather grapes? If you sow thistles, will you harvest figs? Every thought is a cause and every condition is an effect. This is the reason it is essential that you take charge of your thoughts. In the way you can bring forth only desirable condition. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, right action, goodwill, and prosperity. Think quietly and with the conviction of on these qualities. Accept them fully in your conscious reason. Continue to plant these wonderful seeds of thought in the garden of your mind and will reap a glorious harvest. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand the truth, when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive, harmonious, and peaceful, the magic working power of your subconscious will respond. It will bring out harmonious condition, agreeable surrounding, and the every. Once you begin to control your thought process, you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. You will actually be consciously operating with the infinite power and omnipotent law that governs all things. Look around you. Whatever you live, whatever circle of social society you are part of, you will notice that the vast majority of people lives in the world without. Those who are more enlightened, however, are instantly involved with the world within. They are realized, as you will too, that the world within creates the world without. Your thoughts, feelings, and visualized imagery are the organizing principle of your experience. The world within is the only creative power. Everything you find in your world of expression has been created by you in your inner world of your mind, whether consciously or unconsciously. Once you learn the truth about the interaction of your conscious and subconscious mind, you will be able to transform your whole life. If you want to change external condition, you must change the cause. Most people try to change condition and circumstances by working on those conditions and circumstances. This is terrible waste of time and effort. They fail to see that their condition flow from a cause. To remove discord, confusion, lack of limitation from your life, you must remove the cause. That cause is the way you use your conscious mind, the thoughts and images you encourage in it. Change the cause and you change the effect. It is the just that simple. We all live in unfathomable sea of infinite riches. Your subconscious is very sensitive to your conscious thought. Those conscious thought from the matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital forces and energies of your subconscious flow shape the matrix in a more positive direction, and you redirect those infinite energies to your greater benefit. Each chapter of this book gives concrete, specific illustration of how to apply the law of mind. Once you learn to use this technique, you will experience abundance instead of poverty, wisdom instead of superstition and ignorance, peace instead of inner strife, success instead of failure, joy instead of sadness, light instead of darkness, harmony instead of discord, faith and confidence instead of fear. Could there be any more wonderful set of blessing than this? Most of the greatest scientists, artists, poets, singers, writers, and mentors have had a deep understanding of the working of conscious and subconscious mind. It was this that gave them the power to accomplish their goal. Once Enrico Corso, the great operatic tenor, was struck caused by intense fear, constricted the muscles of his throat. His vocal cords felt paralyzed, useless. He stood backstage, already in costume, while perspiration poured down his face. In just a moment, he was supposed to go out on the stage and sing before an eager audience of thousands. Trembling, he said, "I can't sing. They will all laugh at me. My career is finished." He turned to go back to his dressing room. Then suddenly he stopped and shouted, "The little me is trying to strangle the big me within." He turned towards the stage again and stood taller. "Get out of here," he commanded, addressing the little me. "The big me wants to sing through me." By the big me, Rousseau meant the limitless power of the wisdom of his subconscious mind. He began to shout, get out, the big me is going to sing." His subconscious mind responded by releasing these vital forces within him. When the call came, he walked on stage and sang gloriously and majestically. The audience was enthralled. From what you have already learned, you can see the Croso understand the two levels of mind, the conscious or rational and the subconscious or rational level. Your subconscious mind is reactive. It responds to the nature of your thought. When your reactions mind grows so little me is full of fear, worry, and anxiety. The negative emotions this create in your subconscious mind. The big me are released. They flood the conscious mind with a sense of panic, foreboding, and despair. When this happens to you, you can follow the example of Great Crosso. You can speak affirmatively and with a deep sense of authority to the irrational emotion generated in your deeper mind. You can say, "Be still, be quiet. I am in control. You must obey me. You are subject to my command. Here you do not belong." You will be fascinated to see what happens when you speak authoritatively and with conviction to the irrational movement of your deeper self. Your mind will be flooded with harmony and with peace. The subconscious is subject to the conscious mind. That is why it's called subconscious mind or subjective. Outstanding difference and modes of operation. The conscious mind is like the navigator or captain at the bridge of ship. He directs the ships. He sends order to men and women in the engine room. They in turn control the boilers, instruments, cogs, and so on. The people in the engine room do not know where they are going. They follow orders. They would go on the rocks if the man on the bridge issued faculty or wrong instruction based on his finding with the compass, sextant, and other instrument. The pupil in the engine room obey him because he is in charge, because he is supposed to know what he is doing. The member of the crew do not talk back to the captain, they simply carry out his orders. The captain is the master of his ships and his decrees. The captain is the master of his ship. The captain is the master of his ship and his decree are carried out. In the same way, your subconscious mind is the captain and the master of your ship. Your body, your environment, and all your affairs. Your subconscious mind takes the order you give it based upon what your subconscious mind believes and accepts as true. It does not question the orders or the basis on which they are given. If you repeatedly say to yourself, "I can't afford it," your subconscious mind takes you at your word. See to it that you will not be in position to buy what you want. As long as you go on saying, "I can't afford the car, that vacation, that home," you can be sure your subconscious mind will flow your orders. You will go through life experiencing the lack of all these things and you will believe that circumstances made it so. It will not occur to you that you have created those circumstances yourself by your own negative denying thought. Last Christmas Eve, a young woman named Nina W., who is a student of the University of Southern California, strolled through an exclusive shopping area in Beverly Hills. Her mind was filled of anticipation. She was about to spend the holidays with her family in Buffalo, New York. As Nina passed the shop window, a beautiful Spanish leather shoulder bag caught her eyes. She looked at it yearningly. Then she noticed she price tag and gasped. She was about to say to herself, I could never afford such an expensive bag. Then she remembered something she had heard me say at one of my lecture. Never finish a negative statement, reverse it immediately, and wonder will happen in your life. Staring through the glass, she said, that bag is mine. It is for sale. I accept it mentally and subconscious. See to it that I receive it. Later that day, Nina met her fiancé for her send-off dinner. He arrived with an elegantly wrapped gift under his arm. Holding her breath, she wrapped it. There was the identical leather shoulder bag she had looked at and identified as her own. That same morning, she had filled her mind with the thought of expectancy. Then she had turned the matter over to her deeper mind, which has the power of accomplishment. Later, Nina told me I didn't have the money to buy the bag, yet now it is mine. I have learned where to find money and all the things I need, and that in the stager house of eternity within me. How her subconscious mind responds. A few months ago, I received a letter from a woman named Truth A, who had attended my lecture. She wrote, I am 75 years old, a widow with a grown family. I was living alone on a small pension and social security. My life seemed barren, hopeless. Then I remembered your lecture about the powers of subconscious mind. You said that the ideas could be conveyed the subconscious mind by repetition, faith, and expectancy. Could it be true? I decided to try. I had nothing to lose. I began with all the feeling I could muster. I am wanted. I am loved. I am happily married to a kind, loving, and supernatural minded man. I am secure and fulfilled. I kept on doing this many times a day for about 2 weeks. One day at the corner drugstore, I was introduced to a retired paramist. I found him to be kind, understanding, and very religious. He was a perfect answer to my prayer. Within a week, he proposed to me. Now we are on her honeymoon in Europe. I know that the intelligence within my subconscious mind brought both of us together in divine order. Ruth discovered that the treasure house was within her. Her prayer was felt as true in heart, and her affirmations sank down by osmosis into her subconscious mind, which is the creative medium. The moment she succeeded in bringing about a subjective embodiment, her subconscious mind brought about the answer through the law of attraction. Her deeper mind, full of wisdom and intelligence, brought her and her new husband together in divine order. Be sure that you think so on this. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good report, if there may be any virtue and if there any praise, think on these things. Phil 4 8. Ideas worth remembering. First, the treasure house is within you. Look within for the answer to your heart desire. Second, the great secret possessed by the great men of all ages was their ability to connect and release the power of their subconscious mind. You can do the same. Third, your subconscious has the answer to all problem if you suggest to your subconscious prior to sleep. I want to get up at 6 a.m. It will awaken you at the exact time. Fourth, your subconscious mind is the builder of your body, can heal you, lull yourself to sleep every night with the idea of perfect health, and your subconscious, being your faithful servant, will obey you. Fifth, every thought is a cause and every condition is a fact. Six, if you want to write a book, write a wonderful play, give a better talk to your audience, convey the idea lovingly and feelingly to your subconscious mind, and it will respond accordingly. Seventh, You're like a captain navigating a ship. He or she he or she must give the right orders or your ship is wrecked. In the same way, you must keep the right orders, thoughts, and images to your subconscious mind, which controls and governs all experience. 8. Never use such expression as I can't afford it or I can't do this. Your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It sees you to it that you do not money or the ability to do what you want to do. Affirm, I can do all things through the power of my subconscious mind. 9. The law of life is the law of belief. A belief is a thought in your mind. Do not believe in things that will harm or hurt you. Believe in your power of your subconscious to heal, inspire, strengthen, and prosper you. According to your belief, is it done unto you. 10th and last, change your thoughts, your destiny. Medium. The moment she